Hello, Dragonlings. Welcome back to my channel.
Hello.
It's been a hot minute. I think I did a stream, not even on my own day, near the beginning of this month. Maybe.
But you're here now.
I can't remember. I think it's been
a while.
Has it been since August?
I think so.
I just expected everybody was recovering from still Camp NaNoWriMo. No, because we were still doing it in August, and then something happened in September. Yeah.
I've had a lot of stuff going on mentally, and I just have not been in the right place, and being on camera was just hard. Really hard. So I didn't. That's all.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta take that minute.
And we got a couple people with us, and we're going to do quick introductions. And you guys want to start our first sprint after we introduce ourselves at 10 after?
That sounds wonderful. So I won't be a chatterbox when it's my turn.
Okay. I'll go quickly since mine is fast and painful. I am Amy Nobody. I am an SEO consultant who does not have any social media or a website. Cue the crying stuff. Oh my gosh. You're gonna make me cry.
Please, Amy, please get Twitter.
Oh snap! Okay. Completely derailed by Bulbasaur and rabbits. Oh man. Second rough draft, first fiction book. I'm just working on it until it's done. I'm doing basically a rewrite sentence by sentence, so it's slow going, and that's me.
Okay, I'll be really quick too. My name is Carol Brown. I am a urban fantasy author and a writer for Otherworld Inc. and Three Fates Press. I also write under the pen name of Faye Black for Violet Gaze. I have this book that is out right now. If you guys would like to check it out, it's available on Amazon and Kindle or paperback. It's still available on Kindle Unlimited if you are a subscriber or part of that program. And if you did read it and like it, I would appreciate a review because my goal at this point is to get 50 reviews by December. So that's me.
I'm about halfway done with it. My evenings have been frantic lately, so I haven't had time to just sit down and read. I got to the part where they're in the building with all the barrels.
Oh, that's my
I got to that part last night, and I was like, what the hell is this? So I'm all excited. I'll be finishing it as soon as possible. You can expect a review.
Yeah, that's when my writing group was like, this isn't like other urban fantasy stories.
She's a lot further than I am because we won't talk about where I am because I haven't been reading it, even though I said I was going to that very night.
It's okay. I haven't read it either.
All right. And on that note, for those who are new to my channel, my name is Sky. I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Higgis, and I am working on my series that I hope to. I need to go ahead and just bite the bullet and set up some pre-orders now that Amazon has allowed for pre-orders.
A year-long thing.
1 year instead of just 3 months. So I need to go ahead and just do it. So I force myself to finish so I get them done.
Do you have your cover?
By the end of the year if I do that.
Do you have your cover ready?
Yes, I have all 4 covers now.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I was about to say because the one hiccup that we had is that we put up the cover for mine with a template one. And then, of course, Goodreads was like, well, this is the first edition one. It's like, no, that's not it at all. They're like, well, we're going to keep it. Like, but that's a crappy cover. So,
yeah,
learn from my mistake.
So that's on my list of things to do soonish.
Mm-hmm.
But we have, real quick, because it's 10 after, and we're going to start our first sprint. We have Del Cecil Runo with us, as well as Nicole Ford Thomas. So hello. And I'm going to get some. I'm going to put up this lovely stuff. And we're going to go ahead and start our first sprint.
It's pink.
Look, I got this fancy thingy here.
So cute.
And guess what? It comes with music.
What? I keep trying to get the music to play on mine, but it's like, no, Carol, F you. I'm like,
well, the thing is, I'm not going to be able to mute myself while the music's playing. That's how that works for some reason.
What?
So,
no.
But we're going to go ahead and start, and we're going to have some lovely music with us today in 3, 2, 1, go. Let's write. right, that is time. How did everybody do?
I got 539 words.
Woot. I did not write words. I was I'm planning out for the next like 3 months. I don't remember if it was on or off stream because I'm losing track of what we have and have not talked where and when. But we mentioned that there's only like 100 days left in the year, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm planning for the last 100 days of the year. Oh, we had more people show up during the sprint. We have Persephone, Dana, Jace, Sarah showed up. Trying to live their best life. Sims are always trying to live their best life. Got Wendy Scribbles. Let's be real, I've spent most of the past several weeks playing Sims instead of writing, so there's that. Amy's here. Amy Pender is here. Amy, nobody is still muted, so I'm assuming she is on a phone call with someone. It's very possible. Let's see. Dow was editing. Dano's Ice Splash and 3 flooded dips. I'm not certain quite what's that referring to. Persephone got 330 words. Wendy got 202. Dow edited a few pages. Dana got tires checked.
That's important.
Jace arrived, started eating lunch, and started catching up with where left off yesterday in the book. So that's awesome. Everyone's doing great.
Good job, guys.
And Amy is in a phone call. And of course, Sarah's going to have to go get some lunch too.
Don't start talking about food. You know what happens. You know what we do here. It's only a short leap to the next topic.
I had lunch stuff for breakfast. So there's that.
I actually ate before I came onto the stream, which is like the first thing, like first time ever. Somebody said it. Somebody said the word. Ah!
I'll get there eventually. Dana's, it's raining there and the dip's flooded. Driving through with a big splash. Okay, now I understand. Okay. Sarah is working hard at cleaning the boss's office. And there's the word. Tacos, said by 3 different people.
Tacos!
So,
Tacos.
that being said, I had taco pasta last night for dinner. And today, because it is Taco Tuesday, and somehow I've got my whole family on this thing about Taco Tuesday, we're having tacos for dinner tonight, too.
Good. You should have tacos every night.
Persephone is doing a different kind of tacos, Korean barbecue soft tacos. I am all for this.
Everything in a taco form is delicious. Breakfast tacos, Korean barbecue tacos, traditional tacos, fish tacos.
I don't think I've ever had fish tacos.
If you ever come here, I'll take you to a place with good fish tacos, but don't get them. And I say let me show you where it is because there's a joke that when I was a chef out here that we used to have about fresh fish in Arizona, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting tacos. Tacos, tacos, tacos.
Oh, good.
Maybe in J tacos. What? What?
That's doable. That sounds like something I do with a flour tortilla.
We around here that every once in a while, where my mom works, she works for a vet clinic that does nothing but spaying and neutering cats and dogs. And they do lots of fundraisers with Moe's. So at least once a month, every couple of months, we have Moe's for dinner. Fish tacos are good.
Yeah, I got some of Dana's weather up here right now. I was watching these big like rain clouds come in. I was like, I think I'll open the windows, and I did. And then suddenly June bugs were trying to get into my office, and I was like, no, we can't do that. Hey, buddy.
My messenger is going insane. My phone keeps going off, and then right after my phone gets off, I get the ding on Facebook itself.
That's Dana sending us pictures of trees that have fallen over. Usually what happens is that we have Palo Verde trees out here. And as wonderful as these trees are, anytime like a serious rain or windstorm comes in, like a whole bunch of them just start breaking all over the place. And they unfortunately have to get uprooted from the ground because they're just, if you look at the picture, like that happens everywhere. Yeah. Not to say that the viewers can't see it. Sorry, guys. But yeah, it's basically like you've got like a tree. It's got like this part, and then it's just like just all gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Do we want to do another sprint?
I do. I just don't know how long you want to wait for Amy.
We'll wait another couple minutes, at least. Okay. This is about the time her dad calls her and says, hi. So I imagine that's what's going on.
My hair has gotten so wavy since it's not like blistering hot
anymore. And that's only for like 5 seconds.
They do need to be saved. You're absolutely right. They need to put better supports in for those trees because I promise you the places where these Palo Verdes are always breaking is constantly in parking lots. And it's along like sidewalks. So basically where there's not like, I hate saying that that's not where they're supposed to be, but it's just not a lot of support for those kind of trees.
I've been having a gamer month. Not the gamer day, a gamer month.
I want a gamer month. Like my husband and I keep trying to find a new game to get obsessed with, but like there's just nothing. And you can like not to ditch WoW or anything, but you can only play WoW so much. Like
my husband beat Borderlands 3 last night. We've had it for maybe 2 weeks.
That doesn't surprise me. I've heard very interesting reviews about that game release.
So I love the Borderlands games. It's the only first-person shooter game you'll ever see me play, except for like Call of Duty Zombies. And I don't play that on my own. I go out with people and die millions of times while they get everything. Because I'm good at dying. I'm great at that.
Oh, I'm not a fan of first-person shooters. That's just not my jam.
It's not. I like my RPGs.
Yeah. I need story. Like, lots of story, por favor.
Let's see. Dana says that tree can be saved.
Yeah, if they fix it now. But you know that they don't do that right away. There are like 50 million trees broken across the area. They're only going to get to them as fast as they can.
Dale needs to get back to editing. Got feedback from one beta reader, and holy F, so many mistakes. Let's see. Wendy's husband wants to play Borderlands. Get motion sickness playing FPS. First person.
I want to play. I want to play that lightsaber game, like the VR one. I want to get all into that. It's just we don't have the money. Poor Arthur family here don't have the money to afford a VR system. But man, I'll tell you what. The moment I have one, these guns here are gonna be so defined because
I can't do VR at all. It messes with my vertigo and stuff like that, and I can't do it. Period. No VR for me. Much sadness. Let's see. And Amy's back! Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, sorry, I got a phone call.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to do another sprint?
Maybe. And this is your reminder to save your stuff, guys. I didn't do it at the end of the sprint. Save your stuff. Save it.
Your shenanigans.
Save your things.
I'm ready if you are.
All right.
I'm ready.
We can do. Let me. Okay. We switch to the banner and put up the.
You're so organized. I love it.
I try. This is probably the only area in my life where I am organized. I'm going to restart this. And oh, I guess we're going. Sorry. Go.
Go, guys.
All right, that is time, everyone. How did everybody do?
I did another chunk of copy paste, so my number went up 818, but really all I did was correct typos. So, progress.
Typos are important. Rather, fixing them
Progress
is
is
important.
progress.
Oh, words matter. I got 531 words.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I'm clicking things. I can't seem to do multiple things at once. Planned more things and did more maths. Let's see, how did everyone in the comment section do? Dal had a question about dialogue and thought dialogue. How do I go about quotation marks? For dialogue and single thoughts.
If you're going to publish it in America, you're going to have to do the American style. Like if you, because I know that we've talked before, and I think you were looking at publishers that were in America, so you'll have to do it in that format because reasons. But if you know that you're going to keep it in Europe, you can probably stick with using the European format. So it's really up to you. How do I go about? Just want to make sure I read this right. Usually for dialogue, and in the American style, they don't actually have the quotation marks at all. They just leave it in italics.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed and that's why I do things. I know that anything it's internal dialogue and thoughts, it's in italics. And like in the stories I'm working on now, there's actually two beings in one body, and the original person's internal thoughts are going to be in italics, and then the secondary persons are in italics with brackets around it, so you know which one of them is talking at which time.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you decide to do, Dal, just keep it consistent. Like, I don't actually, like, in my book, this one, shameless plug here, guys. In this book that I have right here, Ghost doesn't actually have any thoughts, mostly because Silent speaks in italics. So in order to keep them separate, he's the only one that speaks in italics. However, at another point, when there's multiple voices in the head, I have to add in different tags for that. So
that's cool. And it seems like we're not the only ones that do that, because that's what Sarah does too. Italics for internal monologue.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's
got 101 words.
Yeah, that's just the Chicago style, the Chicago manual style. I can't remember when it became standard, but I know in the 17th edition, that's just how they say to do it.
Okay. Let's see.
Not that I have the book memorized. I just have it on that shelf over there. Here, let me show it to you.
Let's see. Jay's got roughly 200 words. Dal is, of course, correcting formatting and crappy punctuation. Persephone got 600 even. Woot, woot.
Nice.
This book, right here.
Chicago Manual Style.
It is not a small book. I'm just saying. There's a whole chapter about how to do commas. Okay.
I'll have to go through this again. I know those feels. I know them.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah, and if you guys don't have this book, I can't speak for Dal because Dal's overseas, but this book is usually found in most public libraries if you guys just want to check it out and read it and not have to actually pay for it. But one thing I will say is that if you decide to get whatever edition, you can get the 16th, the 17th, or the new 18th that's coming out. But the nice thing is that a lot of things don't really change that much when it comes to how to write. So you can probably get away with buying one of the older versions, like the 16th edition, and you can still hold on to it for a number of years. And the rules aren't going to change that much. So just throwing that out there. I got the 17th, so I didn't have to get a new one for like 5 years.
A few years.
Yeah.
Dana is writing it while waiting in line. That is awesome.
I've done that.
Like, I want to get a tablet, an iPad, so that I can have Scrivener on it, just for that reason right there. Because when we used to have to go pick up the girls from school, I would have to get there 30 minutes early in order to have a place anywhere near the line that wasn't out in the middle of the friggin' road. So
Right.
that would be great to just put it against the steering wheel and go do 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 do.
Yeah, I was doing that with Google Docs for a while because sometimes when I have to have the car, I go and pick up my husband, but I never know what traffic's going to be like, so I leave early to come get him. So I'm just sitting in the parking lot with my phone. People think I'm texting, but I'm writing it. And they looked at her with narrowed eyes.
Wendy said, I got the 16th version 5 years ago. It's good to have around. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good reference. I mean, if you have to buy any book, like, and your budget's only so much, just spend all your budget on this book. Like, seriously, that's...
Dana's using a good old notepad.
Notepad's good.
Alrighty. Do we want to do another spring yet?
I can do as many as you want to do today. I got no... Well, okay, I can do as many as you want until 12 o'clock my time because I have a meeting.
I can do as many as will fit in my time frame.
Yes. My time frame happens to be 3 hours right now.
I've got some more time. I can do another one.
Awesome.
Double log for dialogue, yes. Italics for thoughts, and nothing specific for pieces writing that characters do, like poems or lyrics. That is right. If you put in titles and stuff like that, you will have to. I don't think you italicize those. I could probably look at this book and find out. Let's see. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna look it up. There we are.
The way I remember doing it was not the Chicago Star. It was APA, and for short stories and poems, it would be
You have to
quotation
use
marks.
Yeah.
And then for like anthologies, collections, novels, novellas, it would be italics.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I kind of remember them breaking
And I
up
feel like
where if it was a book, it was italics. If it was a shorter piece of writing, it was quotations. So that would include poems, articles, all that kind of stuff. If it's a shorter piece of writing, quotations. If it's a book, italics. Book or movie.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
That's what I remember.
13.
Good morning, Tamara.
Man, there's a whole chapter about citations too.
Good. Gets its
Oh, wow.
own chapter.
Hey, there's a whole chapter about quotation marks and about how to use them in faltering speeches, ellipses. I don't get paid anything to sponsor this book. I'm just saying.
I think she's lying, y'all. She's lying.
No, I'm not that important.
Yes.
Double check data, shortened URL, permalinks. Okay, here it is. Yeah, what Amy said. Yeah, that's exactly what Amy was saying.
And if you're not sure and you ever wonder, sorry, it's my hourly alarm. The best advice is what Caro said, just keep it consistent.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing it wrong, if you're doing it consistent, your wrongness becomes an intentional format. So just keep it consistent, whatever you choose, and people will be able to figure it out and sort it out.
Yeah.
At some point.
Like there's like for the not sponsored. I really am not, guys. Like there's like shameless plug for my book again, y'all. In my book, there are certain races that I have capitalized and ones that I don't. But if you find them in typical writing, they're not capitalized at all. However, like things like human beings and Asian and African American, those are usually capitalized when you write them. So when I type in Fae or Kitsune or things like that, I treat it like that. So that's one thing that I keep consistent in my book because it's still technically a race as far as my world is concerned. But those are things that you have to keep in mind. Like in my series Bible, I actually have like in there, it's like always capitalize these things. This is the proper spelling for this thing in my book. Because there's some, there are some things that do have like some British spelling in them, like glamour. Because there's glamour, like it looks pretty, but then there's glamour with the U, which I use to represent like the illusion magic instead. So it's just small things like that.
Isn't that the opposite of American? Isn't glamour with the U how we do the pretty fancy definition?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
Glamour. She's gonna look it up now. Like, I have to know.
Yeah, because I thought Glamour magazine had a U in it.
No, Glamour U does have, yeah, no, Glamour. So the British version has a U in it, and then the American version doesn't have a U in it.
Huh. I don't know.
I promise.
You found it on the internet, so it must be true.
I just lived in England.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set us up so we can do another sprint.
Green.
Let's sprint, y'all.
It took me the longest time to stop spelling color with a U in it.
I still have no consistency for gray, for E or A. It's just whatever comes out. Like, I do not care. I'm not consistent, and it's whatever comes out, comes out. And
Took me the longest time with that one.
You're gonna have so much fun proofreading that the third time.
The way I finally realized it, and someone else had to point this out to me, gray with an A for American, gray with an E for England.
Yeah, I have that problem too because I spell it with an E all the time, and then people are kind of like, "Do you not know how to write?" I'm like, "I know how to write just fine, a-hole."
Well, the timer has so many suggestions of other timers we could use.
Look at it. It's just trying to help all these other timer channels. It's so sweet.
How nice of them. All right, let's go ahead and do a sprint starting in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is time. How did everybody do?
I got 620 that time.
My number went up 941 because I did more copy pastes with corrections. I actually like this scene. I'm happy with the work that I did in my first draft. I'm surprised by myself. I do remember this being one of the scenes that I wrote later on. So I think my writing muscles were just a little bit more flexed by the time I got to this scene, and so I just have fewer of my normal mistakes. So no official word count, but progress.
I finished planning out stuff and I wrote 243 words.
Ooh.
So getting things done.
Getting things done.
Let's see how everyone in the comment section did. Let's see. More discussion about how gray is spelled. Let's see. Too many directions. Brain is trying to go. I'm gonna bail. Bye, Jace. Thank you for joining us. Let's see. Name our characters Jackson and Dawson is way too confusing. Yeah, I can see how that gets confusing. Ugh. Persephone did 580 words. Awesome.
Ooh.
Wendy did a sentence and then had a phone call. Hey, that's more words than you had before.
It's true. You see it move.
And Dallas edited more pages. That's awesome. Everyone's doing great. Woo!
Not back on my neck.
The neck is killing me. 5 pages of corrected formatting. That's awesome.
Just go straight for the mute button. At the same time, Carol, my chickens are going off in the background.
The dog have spoken.
Once you get social media, listen to this.
That's the hound dogs right there.
Oh.
It's been a long, long, long time since I've had hound dogs. I have a dog right now that's a cur, which is like, not to get too technical about it, but it's basically a hound dog. It's just not an official hound dog. And we had a coonhound for a little while that just sort of like showed up and hung out for a couple of months. And this dog liked the porch. But the porch was right, my bedroom window went onto the porch. And it barked at everything, but it was kind of a chicken, and so it stayed on the porch. So in the middle of the night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, wake up the entire household just losing his shit because he saw a rabbit or something. And it was, oh man, it was not cool. It was frustrating. But before we got to the point where we were like, we're going to have to do something about this, he wandered off again. So it wasn't too big of a deal.
Amy, why do you not have social media? Why don't you have social media, Amy? It's not Carol and somebody else's stream if my dog.
No hablo doggo. No hablo doggo.
I speak German too. I'm German, Amy.
God damn. No, I'm smacking dog. Chicken, funny. Come on.
The chickens, they pay attention to me.
The chickens aren't that distracting. It's not like you have baying in the background like I do.
Yeah, not quite the same.
Until you pointed it out, I didn't notice it actually.
Well, she's irritating me.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. She just laid an egg. She's bragging and telling everybody, doing the egg song.
I love an egg! Hey, I love an egg!
Slackers! I already did mine today!
Oh. Oh, goodness. I figure we do one more sprint, and then I'm going to have to bail.
Okay.
That's okay.
I've got a couple other things I do.
Alright, I'm gonna switch projects real quick because I'm tired of doing this one.
I'll be doing that next month.
Switching projects?
Lots of projects at once. We work on like
You're doing your
4 different
impersonation of me?
Huh?
So, alright, I got it up. I don't know why I need a nap. No, I take that back. I know why I need a nap, but I'm like, I'm not normally a nap person. I don't nap. But I'm always like, I need a nap.
I always think that, and then I lay down and I'm like, fuck it. I got nothing else to do. I'm going to try to take a nap. And after about 7 minutes of laying there thinking about taking a nap, I'm fuck it, and I'm up and I got to go find something to do. Like, my attempt to relax irritates me, and then the sleepiness goes away. So, yeah, I'm not much of a nap person either. But when I do nap, I'm like passed out as soon as my head hits the pillow. If my body really is that tired, I'm out. And otherwise, I just lay there until I get irritated. So,
well then.
Yep. The older I get, the more I wish I was back into naps. Like, oh, it'd be really nice to just relax right about now, but no.
No relaxing for you, because we're going to write.
Oh, no.
We got words to do.
Got work to do. And we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
No, you did get me.
No.
The sad part was I saw the gun. Just thought you were aiming for the camera again.
Oh no, I was aiming for you this time. I was gonna aim for the camera if you hadn't seen me.
Uh-huh. Take it again, bud.
My stomach is finally reduced to a level that won't make me go barf.
That's what you get for eating all the mac and cheese. Good night.
Alright.
right, that is time. How did everybody do?
I did a chunk more of copy and paste, but I finished this scene with 3,597 words. So copy paste and a little bit of tweaking here and there, and I finished the scene with a little under 4,000, a little under 3,600 words in these sprints. So not bad.
I did 446 words this time.
Ooh. So close.
I did 534, and then I started talking to Writing Wife because we're trying to get her into the dark side of being a geek and trying to talk her into trying D&D. And so she was like, what class should I be? I was like, you should probably be a barbarian. And she was like, why? It's like, because that has the least amount of rules and dice that you have to roll. And she's like, no, I want something complex and powerful. It's like, then go be a wizard. We'll see how that goes.
She gonna do Sarah's D&D live stream?
I don't know. Usually her Fridays are pretty busy. It's like the only time I meet up with her is usually on the weekends. So, because she a busy person.
Gotcha. Persephone did 500 words.
Woo!
Wendy did 269. Wendy mentioned that she wanted to write the zombie chase scene that she's been looking forward to. So, did you finish the scene or did you just get started on the scene and you have a lot more to go? Curious minds want to know.
I like zombies. I'm all about zombies.
I am too. I don't want to write zombies, but I love reading them.
I like both. She's in the middle of the scene.
Yep. It's not a bad place to be. That means you know you got more to write. More things to do.
All the things to do.
I have a scene coming up that I'm kind of looking forward to where this one character that is a little cocky and you're not exactly sure why gets to show off just how badass he is. And everybody's like, oh, that's why everybody's scared of him. So I'm kind of looking forward to that one. It's coming up, but I've still got like 2 scenes before I get to it.
Those are always fun moments to kind of expand on.
The scene I'm most looking forward to is the very last one, because then I know I'll be done.
And then you just have to edit. Oh.
Yay.
I think for me, like the hardest part of writing is just that first self-edit. That's just so hard for me.
Well, this is technically the second edit, but I changed the ending, so the ending is getting a new rewrite.
I've done that. Yeah, I did that with my book because I had a completely, like, totally different ending for the book. And then after I got it edited the first time by a professional editor, they were just like, this ending does not work and you have to change it. And I was like, fine, I will. And I did.
And everyone was happy.
Yeah, I was happy. Yeah, I was trying to include like more areas that were like out here where I was, but then like it was kind of interesting because there was like this little horse, or no, it was like a dog racing area here, and so I was like, oh man, I'll have the final fight take place over there because it's been abandoned for years, right? People keep trying to sneak into it all the time. And then when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do with that place and to cut it from the story, I went and looked it up, and they had actually demolished it this year. So I was like, well, it's gone now. I can't. I mean, that's a sign. I can't help it. I'm tired, guys. This keto diet makes me sleepy.
No diets for me. Ha 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 ha. Tamara did her morning pages. Good job. One of these days I will read that book that you guys talk about for your morning pages, and I will know what the heck you're talking about with your morning pages.
Oh, it's just where you kind of like, you just write, you know,
like
your feelings and
morning time.
Yeah, you say the stuff that you're gonna do in the morning. It's kind of like an info dump for your day.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And now I'm tired too. Nap time.
Nap time. Yeah, except I can't nap. No naps for me.
All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this up because I've got a few things to do before I go get the kiddos from the bus stop. And yeah, I got nothing else, honestly. I'm here. I wrote words.
You did. Woo! I'm probably going to go have lunch after this because I have to eat before I go into the meeting, or all I'm going to think about is how much I wish I'd eaten before I got into the meeting. You know, Carol problems.
Food. And then nap. Food and then nap.
Okay, cool. Do you want to do the outro first, Amy, or do you want me to go first?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, my screen is frozen, but my audio is going. So if it's working, then I'll just hurry up and spit it out before something else messes up. I am Amy Nobody. I am a certified SEO consultant. I did not have any social media or a website. And although I cannot see the tears, I can feel the tears running down somebody's assorted stuffed animals. What was it this time? It was Bulbasaur and a rabbit this time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rabbit just want you to have social
Oh,
media.
you're getting me right in all of my soft, fluffy spots.
Come on, Amy, get the social media.
Working on my second rough draft of my first fiction book. No previously published works or anything like that. And I'm basically doing like a line-by-line rewrite, so I'm just plugging along at it until it's done. I'm aiming to be done before November, and I want my Camp NaNoWriMo project to be me rewriting just the first chapter to get it ready to send out to some of my friends who are excited to read it. So I've got until the end of October to finish about 2.5 days worth of my content. 2.5 chapters, that's a better way to say it. 2.5 chapters, but I only have 7 chapters in the whole book, so it's not a small amount of work. Anyways, thank you for having me yet again. And I'm happy with the work I did today.
We always like having wild Amy's in the stream. You never know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
It's like me when I show up in my avatar mode. It's like, is this going to be nice, Caro? Is this going to be sassy, Caro? Like, what's happening?
Caro has shifted forms.
Yes. Yeah. I admit it. All right. So my name is Carol Brown. I wrote this book right here. I am a writer for Otherworld Inc. through Fates Press and for Violet Gaze under the name of Faye Black. Today I spent a lot of time working on the novella that I said I was going to work on and didn't do. So I wrote about 5, 10, 15. I wrote about 20,000 or 2,000 words for the novella today, and then I wrote 500 words for the romance as well. So that's what I did. If you go to my channel, I usually talk about the life of a writer, and I usually like to talk about things that most writers don't talk about, like how we're always poor and why we're poor. And I also like to talk about things like book reviews and just difficulties. Like, I don't do a lot of how-tos. Those are on the work thing. So if you need to do like the how to make a character, that's on my work account. So anyway, that's me.
Wood. And thank you for joining us today. My name is Sky. I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Hakes, and I will be hopefully sometime in the next couple of weeks posting pre-order links for books to light a fire under my ass and get them done and get them out, and yay. Not looking forward to this, guys. Not looking forward to this. But
deadlines. You can't let that one sail by. Nope.
I feel I am better if someone else sets a deadline for me. So I have a feeling that as soon as I set the pre-order date, I will actually be fine and meet the deadlines I need to meet. Because it won't be me holding myself accountable anymore. It will be someone else holding me accountable.
A great beast called Amazon.
And they get angry if you don't meet your deadlines.
I was about to say, and I have heard one does not want to anger the great Amazonian beast.
No, you do not. If you mess up that pre-order, then you're SOL for a long time.
Yes. Yes, you are. And it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
From what I hear. So thank you again for joining us, and we will see you guys all next time. Speaking of that, actually, real quick, next Tuesday is October 1st, and a couple of us, even a couple of us who are here, are going to be doing 10K Tuesdays again.
Yeah.
And so there's going to be a difference in the streams. I'm actually, the reason I need to leave now is so I can go film a little bit discussing that in more detail.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, my stream will be a couple hours earlier because it's going to run for 4 hours, and you can hop in and out as you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I just had a brain fart.
And then I'm taking over for you after that. That was the plan. Yeah. So you run the morning shift, and then I run the afternoon shift for the writing sprints. Yep.
And then Aphrodite and DL Tillery will still have their evening stream, but I think they're just keeping their streams normal. But the goal is to aim for 10K on, and it's not every Tuesday, it's going to be every other Tuesday. So on the 15th and the 29th, I believe it is.
Yeah. Just because we got words to write, y'all. We got deadlines.
We got deadlines that Amazon's going to hold us accountable for.
Yeah. I was like, I need that kick in my butt too. Let's do it together, Sky.
Yeah, let's do this. Woo! Woo! So yeah, more details on that coming soon, but just keep an eye out for it. I'm probably going to do a live stream because let's be real, when I film on my phone, I've got like 200 videos on my phone that still haven't yet to make it to my computer. So I'm probably just going to do a live stream. I'm good at those. I can do those. Turn the camera on. Woo!
Start talking. Woo!
Yep. All right. But until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.